How are you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. What about you? I'm thrilled to have a conversation with you today.
I'm
And
also I'm
I think
also doing very good. Thank you so much for asking.
I think we have been meeting around after 9 months
Yeah,
since last
yeah, I
year.
think we have been meeting since I think last year, if I'm
Last
not wrong.
around 9 months, yes, would
Yeah.
be likely. Have you,
Sorry.
how is your day going? How is New Year treating you so far?
It's going good. We are just making lots of things in our life, and I think there's a no winter.
No summertime.
Okay, now in India, there's too freezing weather, and I mean to say, after 31st December, um I couldn't see the sunlight outside. That is the
Really?
condition, yeah, in my side. In okay, so I think we know very well to each other, but I think a little bit we have to introduce ourselves for our audience. So, ma'am, I
Yes.
really want to know about yourself.
Yes, why no? As you already know, my name is Hema. I was born and raised in India. Basically, I am from Uttarakhand, but after getting married, I came to Australia. Therefore, I have been residing in Australia for more than 16 years. My qualifications include a post graduation degree, which I accomplished in India from Delhi University. I am also holding a bachelor's degree in education, which I completed in Australia. Therefore, I've been working as a teacher in Australia for more than 10 years. So, by profession, I'm a teacher. Besides, I have a channel on YouTube, which is, you know, very well. It's called The Art of Speaking English, and that's all about me.
Very glad to know all our things again about you. Okay, now it's my turn. Well, my name is Mansi Bajpayee. I basically belong to India. If I talk about my qualification, I have done my master's subject of English literature from Dayanand Nehru Mahavidyalaya, Kanpur University. And apart from this, I'm also running my YouTube channel, name of English Duos 27. I'm also teaching a same subject as a spoken subject as a trainer. That's all about me.
Wow, that's great. So, it means you are an English trainer as well as a learner.
Yeah, we can consider.
That's great. Okay, tell me what's on your plate today?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, what is the topic today? Feel free to ask anything. Tell me something. What is happening in India? What is happening in your life? What?
Yeah. I am also preparation of the government exam. So now I am quite busy to just complete my syllabus, and because the exam will held on August, so I just try to just complete all the syllabus before August, because it's very hard not to crack any exam in India in a government sector, and I'm very curious about to just join any department. So that's why I'm just doing a effort and doing a practice a lot, just because to reach their goal. And if you talk about the resolutions of the 2025, so of course this is my main motive, which I am also start my working on that segment. As you are mentioning, ma'am, you have been teaching since for 10 years. So I would like to ask, here the same subject you are teaching English, yeah, any other subject you are teaching there?
I teach here young kids, so I teach all the subjects, including helping them to develop their communication skills, become effective communicators, along with helping them to develop their learning disposition, social skills, mental and physical well-being.
Okay, as in our India, there is a subject Hindi, math, science. So that same subjects are also there.
We have the same subject, but we don't just pressurize to them that they have to study. We teach them through playway, so they learn through hands-on activities, through life experiences. But once they finish class 8, then we have to push, they have to study really hard like India. So till then, they have to make sure that they learn through playway. We try to spark their interest in study. We don't want them to, okay, you have to learn whatever their interest. We like to help them to excel their interests and find the way they need to develop their individuality and sense of community, sense of identity. So these are our main focus. But when they reach class 10, then they have to really study very hard.
Okay, okay. So it is vacation time there.
Yes, holidays time.
Okay, okay. That means you are able to free to take a session in that time.
Yes, I'm free because I'm on almost more than 5 weeks holidays, and yeah, start my job after 3 4 weeks. Then my routine will be very tight.
Okay, I think you enjoyed a lot while teaching.
True, actually, because once a year we get 4 time breaks. So after 2.5 months, we get 15 days, 2 weeks off, and at end of the year we get 5 or 6 weeks off.
Okay, okay, okay.
A
Okay,
bonus.
ma'am. Yeah. So, in this time, in my mind, question I would like to ask here, as you are very good at in English. So, in this time, we are using our words and the vocabulary in our conversation. So, how can we learn? And learn is not a therapy. I think we can learn a lot, but when we come to use these all our words in our sentences, then we got jerk. So, what is the things we have to do? What the strategy we should follow to just overcome this problem?
I would like to suggest that don't overwhelm with the learning all the vocabularies at once. Definitely, we have to excel our vocabulary. Otherwise, we won't be able to sound like an advanced speaker. But we have to make sure at a time we just learn 2 or 3 new words and try to use those words in our sentences. You need not to just sit down in a solid place and you need to find out, okay, I have to learn this vocabulary. I need to learn these words and I have to really work on it. You need not to do like this kind of things. You need to write down in your diary and look in your diary while you're working. Just write on piece of paper, stick on wall, whatever you are doing, keep eye on those words and try to form some sentences, or you can make stories as well using those words. Yes.
Yeah,
So
of course.
whatever, like maybe you learn pathetic, confront is, oh, she feels so pathetic. I am in pathetic situation at this moment. I don't know how can I overcome this. So make some sentences which is related to your daily routine. If it's not required in your daily routine, if you're still learning that, you won't be able to use those sentences, those words. So
Yeah,
that be waste. So better you have to make sure you need to find out the vocabulary which is related to you, which you use in your daily routine. Like if you are talking in your mother tongue, you are using some certain of the words over and over again. Even in your mother tongue, you're not saying some different words. Today you say Saheli, tomorrow you will say Mitra, or again you say Sakha or Sakhi. You will not say na this, you will say only one word. So in English as well, whatever you feel like, okay, this word I can use over and over again in my conversation, you learn only those words. If it's not related to your daily routine, it's not related to your work, your profession, your career, whatever you are doing, then it has more chances you will forget it.
yeah,
Because our mind has capacity like a computer. If you are not using it, it will be automatically deleted from our mind. So you make sure whatever you're learning, you use it. Yes, if you're not,
yeah, of course.
definitely when someone says that word, you will be able to remember, recall, okay, that is the meaning, I know this word very well. But you won't be able to use it because you are not using. So while you're doing your household chores or other tasks, make sure just revise, recall those words over and over again. Not just when you're sitting down, especially, and you're looking in your diary, then you just have to memorize those words. Apart from that, make sure you make those words in part of your routine. Whatever you are doing, just say that word over and over again. And you can relate those words to someone else as well. Like if someone is very friendly, you say, oh, this person is very amicable. This friend, she is very amicable. Yes. So like this kind of word you can relate to situation or to the person which are showing the same behavior. So it will definitely help you.
Yeah, I'm 100% agree with your point of view because, of course, we have learned a lots of words, and even if anybody asks us what is the means of that word, then we know very well what is the actual means of that word. But when we come to speak English, so we are won't be able to use these all of word in our conversation, and that happens a lot in every sector. So that is the reason behind we can just start using these all of word in our conversation. It doesn't matter how many words you learning. The matter is that how many words you are using in your conversation. That is the mandatory for us. Of course, you are just mentioning a amiable, that the friendly natures to someone. So of course we can just learn a different types of words in our vocabulary, and we just try to use these all our words.
That's true. When you use them over and over again, it will become your second nature. So you need to
Yeah.
think of that whenever it feels like you have to use those words, it will come automatically.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, our mind pose, you have to just use this word in this conversation because you have learned and you have practiced a lot about this word. So of course we just try to like that. And because we have covered a lots of rules or the grammar, we have just listened more and more. But when the reality is that when we come to the actuality to speak, we are just lacking a confidence. So
that,
confidence is also, I think, key of to
yes.
improving yourself. If you don't have a confidence, then we also are unable to speak. That thing will also happen because if I talk about myself, I basically belong to Hindi medium board, where I didn't speak any. I had only one subject. It's English, and on that time we just learned this subject by the syllabus. How much syllabus I have to cover it. So it's very difficult for me to speak in English. But after graduation, I just try to speak. Then I just collect a grammar knowledge and lots of things I have done in my past. Then I am just like that I am able to understand what the people are saying in front of to me. I also give the answers that the person. Okay, ma'am, do you have any question you want to ask me?
No, you are doing absolutely great job. I greatly appreciate your efforts, and not even you are learning English, you are teaching to the learners as well, not even personally, even through your YouTube channel. So that is very commendable. You are doing absolutely great job. And yeah, I would like to know. I know English is a global language, everyone is after learning English, but may I know what is the main purpose you are learning this language? What sparked your interest in learning this language?
I would like to give the answer. To be honest, here, I don't have an interest in this language, but just because of the scenario, everybody wants to learn this language. Then I just thought I have to also add on this skill in my personality. So, is there not any specific reason to learn this language? Because now I'm not going to crack any interview. Now I'm not going to just do anything else. But just because of to knowledge, someone just gave me opportunity to teach that language. Then I start teaching. And if I talk about by the, I think destiny just doing that type of work for me. No, you have to do this, you have to learn this. Then I just try to learning. And if I'm not doing a extra effort to learn this language, I'm just listen. And if any word just hit my mind, I start listening, I start practicing. So that the if anybody says how much time you have give to just learn this language, so I just say no, I don't give any single time to learn this language. By automatically we can say that just because of focus, just because of forcement to someone who I have to teach. You know what, to be honest here, when I start my teaching, so I was unable to speak this language, but someone just gave me a chance. Just you have to teach it. So I just took it and start teaching. And once you start teaching, then you should have one thing in your mind. If I teach anything wrong, so maybe it's not good for our personality. So I start learning at my home and then teach that the same topic. So that day by day I'm just gathering a lots of thing in this language, and now I'm going to speak. And I'm also speaking. I know I am making a lots of mistake in our conversation in sentences, but I am learning, I'm adopting a things. And that is, and there's a no specific reason, because I just find out there's a lot of people I really want to learn this language, I'm core interested. So no, I in my side there's a no interest. There's a no any specific reason, because I am also preparing the government exam. So by the subject we are covering this language. It's not a language, it's a subject and a grammar portion we are covering. So on that time, there's no any interview. No, you have to just speak in English. You have an option. You can speak better in Hindi if you really want to give the interview also. And I don't. I'm also not interested in a private sector job. So there is a need to English. So you have to speak English. But I am learning. I am adorning. So that's all I think.
That is good. Sounds amazing. You got an opportunity to teach this language, and you are teaching this language perfectly. And through teaching, you are learning because when we teach someone, we learn more. And you are
Yeah.
learning, and we make mistake. Everyone make mistakes. It's not a big deal because native speakers also make mistakes. So when we speak our mother tongue, we don't just speak really very accurately. We make lots of mistakes because Haryanvi Hindi is different, and
Yeah.
we mix all the words in Hindi language, and we say sometimes khichdi Hindi.
Yeah.
Similar happen to English language as well, so not a big deal as long as we are able to articulate our ideas well to other person is able to understand us. That is enough. That's all we want from this language, nothing else, because this is a language only. This is a medium to express ourselves. That's all. But sometimes we just consider it is the status of high status. If someone is able to speak English well, that person is considered, that person
Yeah.
is very educated person. It's not like that. This is just language only.
Yeah, of
Yes.
course, this is a language. That's why I'm not taking a too much serious this language. No, I have to learn it. I have a lots of work to just in the compare of this language. I can start that work and maybe that's a good. But if I would like to ask here in my mind, just skip hit the question. As you basically belong to India, that is the right. But now you are living in Australia, so now you are unable to speak Hindi, your native language. I think am I right? Your native language is Hindi.
Yes, it is, but I speak Hindi well because I have completed my post graduation in Hindi honors. Don't forget it.
Yeah. So now you are just, I think, speaking more English on that country. Am I right? So
uh,
what about Hindi? You forget it or not?
Sometimes when I came here, when I was learning English, when I back at first time after coming here, I realized I wasn't able to form a correct sentences. I was confused between two languages. That's why I got myself stuck expressing my ideas well in Hindi. But now I am able to manage. But sometimes it's happen. I feel comfortable more in English actually because English is really
Yeah.
very beautiful language for me, and most it. So I feel like for Hindi we have to say one thing in different ways. Even in English it happens, but it's a beautiful language actually.
Yeah, of course, it's a beautiful language. We can just attract to anyone and we can just connect to anyone by the help of this language. So we can say that we consider to you have to learn this language if you really want to just, it's not just work purpose. If you really want to visit any another country, so of course you should, at least you should knowledge about the English, then you are able to just share your feelings, emotion, what it's going on in your mind and all our things. So by the help of this language we can do. So of course we can say that it's important. You should just everybody should just add on this one more language in your personality, and it's not a rocket science. Everybody can learn it.
So everybody can learn this language. Rocket science. It is an easy language, and if we put our efforts towards it, definitely we will be able to achieve our desired goal and escalate our English skills. Yeah, you can ask anything if you
Yeah,
want to.
of course. No, I have already completed my all questions. I have done, and okay, ma'am. So I think we should wind up the session.
Why not?